Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the introduction part of 8.3. Students, please be careful while I am explaining you this introduction part because it is very useful for solving exercise 8.3. If you understand this, then you can solve exercise 8.3 clearly. First topic is charge given on borrowed money. Now, borrowed money. What is borrowed money? Borrowed money. Suppose I am a businessman and I need money for the progressment of my business. So I will go to bank and apply for a loan from the bank or borrow some money from the money lender. Let us say I have borrowed the 1 lakh rupees from bank or either money lender. Now, when I am borrowing this money, I will be fixing the terms and condition which I have to pay this money back to the bank or the money lender from whom I have taken the loan. Now, when someone is giving me the money, definitely he must be having some interest behind it. He must be getting some additional amount while I will return this 1 lakh rupees. That additional charge which I will be paying to him after that particular period of time will be known as the charge which I have given on the borrowed money. Right? That is known as charge given on the borrowed money. Now suppose I have borrowed 1 lakh rupees for 3 years of time period. I have gone to one person, he is the money lender, he have given me 1 lakh rupees, but we have discussed at the end of the 3 years when I am calculated, I have given him 1,25,000. Let's say 1,25,000 rupees I have returned to him. So this additional 25,000, his money was 1 lakh only, but 25,000 which I have given him the additional money, that is known as the charge on the borrowed money, and that 25,000 is known as interest. Hope you are understanding. Now, interest are of two types. One is simple interest and the second one is compound interest. Simple interest in short form, it is written as SI and compound is CI. But to understand these two interest, first let me explain you the terms related to these two terms, to these two interest. The first term is principal. Students, the money borrowed is the principal or the original sum. So in my case, 1 lakh rupee is my principal amount. Now interest, second term is interest. Interest is the additional money paid by the borrower is called the interest. Now additional money in my case is 25,000. So that will be known as the interest. Now amount. What is amount? Amount is the total money which the borrower will pay back to the lender is known as amount. In my case, the total amount was 1,25,000. What is amount? The money paid by the borrower, total money. That is the borrowed money plus interest. The total money which I have paid is known as amount. I have written amount is equal to the principal, that in my case is 1 lakh, plus interest in my case is 25,000. So 1,25,000 is the amount. Now rate. Rate is nothing but on how much percentage the borrower the lender have given his money, that is known as rate. So in definition part I have written the interest on rupees 100 for 1 year is called the rate percentage per annum. It is always in percentage, 5% rate, 10% rate, that is known as rate of interest. Now moving to simple interest and compound interest. What is simple interest and what is compound interest? For explaining you that purpose, let me give you one example. Let us say that I have borrowed rupees 10,000 from bank. Okay, from bank I have borrowed rupees 10,000 on compound interest, and from another bank I have borrowed 10,000 in simple interest and other bank in compound interest. Now to understand what is simple interest and compound interest, let me show you the rate of interest. Suppose I have taken it on 10% rate of interest. Understood? That means annually I have to pay him 10% of the interest. So at the end of first year, how much I have to pay him as interest? First year interest will be, if I am calculating simple interest, so I will have to pay 10% of 10,000 will be rupees 1,000. At the second year, interest will be again 10% of 10,000, that is rupees 1,000. And at the third year, end of the third year, interest which I have to pay will be rupees again 10% of 1 lakh will be 10,000. So total interest which I will be paying at the end of 3 years will be rupees 3,000, and the amount which I will be returning to the bank will be principal amount plus the interest amount. And in this case it was 10,000 was the principal and the 3 years interest was 3,000, and that is known as, that is 13,000 rupees. Hope you have understood the simple interest part. Each year the interest will be same and the principal will be same. That is called simple interest in short. Now moving to compound interest. Suppose same money I have taken from compound interest from the bank. So what will be my first year's interest? First year interest is equal to 10%. Again the rate of interest I have taken is 10 only. So first year interest will be, compound interest I am talking, it will be rupees 1,000. Now at the end of the first year, this 1,000 plus 10,000 will be our new principal. Now new principal will be, principal amount I am talking, principal amount will be 11,000 rupees. In the case of simple interest, the principal amount remains the same, but in the compound interest, the new principal will become 1,000 plus 10,000. So my new principal will be 11,000 and rate of interest was 10%. So at the end of second year, the compound interest which I have to pay will be on 11,000 and not 10,000. So while calculating 10% of 11,000, I have to pay to bank rupees 1,100. You can see at the end of second year simple interest was the same 1,000 as previous, but at the end of second year compound interest changed because the principal amount changed. So at the end of second year, new principal will be, principal amount will be 1,100 plus 11,000. So 12,100. right? This will be my new principal, and rate of interest will be again 10% only. So at the end of the third year, I have to pay 10% of 12,100 and not these two amounts. Now my principal is 12,100, so I will calculate third year's compound interest is equal to 10% of 12,100 will be 1210. This will be my new compound interest. Now if you see my interests at the end of first year, it was 1000. In simple interest it was 1000. In compound interest, second year's interest was 1100. Simple interest remains the same. Third year compound interest also increased. Simple interest remains the same. So this is known as the compound interest. And if I say in short, interest on interest is called compound interest. So this was our interest. Interest on interest will be our compound interest. So at the end of 3 years, compound interest total will be 1000 for the first year, second 1100, and third year 1210. So total amount is 3310 years. In case of simple interest, it was only 3000. So at the end of 3 years, amount which I have to pay to the bank will be rupees 10,000 which I have taken plus the interest which I have calculated for 3 years. So they will take from me 13,310 rupees. So from now onwards, when you are going to someone for lending the money, for borrowing the money, please see if they are taking interest as compound interest or simple interest. Now the question is, each and every question in exercise 8.3 we are supposed to solve like this? First year, second year, third year? No. We have the formula for it. If it is simple interest, the formula is simple interest I is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. What is P? P is principal amount. R is rate of interest, that is percentage, they will be given in percentage sign, and T is time period. So this is our simple interest, and formula for finding amount will be principal amount plus the interest which we get from here, we add in principal amount and we will get amount. Very easy formula for simple interest. Now in case of compound interest, there are two formulas for finding amount. One is calculated annually. If the compound interest is charged annually, that after 1 year interest will be charged, then the formula is A is equal to P into bracket 1 plus R divided by 100 bracket close raised to power T. Now what is A? A is the amount. What is P? P is principal. What is R? R is rate of interest, and T is time period. Now if T is 2, you will write it 2 year and for all the amounts. Now formula for compound interest annually was this. Formula for compound interest half yearly. Sometimes they have the banks charges interest half yearly, that is for 6th month they charge. So for that, what is the amount formula? Amount is equal to P 1 plus R divided by 200 whole bracket multiply by 2 into T. this is the change in the formula for amount for the compound interest charged half yearly. Since you will get amount, you can find compound interest. Formula for compound interest is amount, whatever amount you will get from year or year, you will place it here, minus you will subtract the principal amount, and that will be your compound interest. So this was all for today's lecture. Please go through this lecture 2 or 3 times to understand it properly, because this exercise is very much important in our daily routine. Also, you can help out your parents by solving simple interest and compound interest. We will meet with exercise question answers, solving exercise at 8.3 in next video. Till then, take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.